What's up? It is a new week and a new episode, and in this week's episode I'm thinking about focusing on Instagram stories. I received a ton of questions regarding Instagram stories. How do I do that? How do I do this? And blah blah blah. So this week I was thinking to just go through Instagram stories for you. My name is Therese Eriksson and my mission is to help you to understand Instagram so you can get your message out there. It's a huge platform that really can help you to get your message out. So I will help you to understand it. If you want to be a part of a community and you are like me, hanging out on all the social platforms, you can go into my Facebook group, Instagram Success Strategies. A link is in the description below, but you can join us, and you can also in the description below download my audiobook that is around 17 minutes that just helps you to get started and be on the right track with what to post on Instagram. That was everything for my introduction. Without further ado, let's dive right into my stories on Instagram.
Okay, so now we have opened the Instagram app. Up here you see all the stories that people that you are following actually have uploaded. So you find it up in the left corner. You can find the camera button and you can swipe to the right to find your own story that you can upload and how you actually can access the feature yourself. And down in the bottom you see that you have a lot of different options. You have boomerang, you have hyperlapse, you have a lot of different things that you can actually use. So you can press in the middle and then you get a picture, or you can hold the round circle and you see that it's turning out, or it get a lot of colors. It's actually because they are counting the time down, because you have 15 seconds to record, so you know when the video is ending. To the right beside that you have the boomerang feature. It actually means that it just going back and forward the video. As you can see, if you swipe up, you can access your camera roll and all the pictures and videos you have there. If you are editing in maybe in your computer and want to upload it to your phone and then upload it to Instagram, this is the way to access those videos. Up to the right you have the stickers, and this one is so much fun to use. I'm using it to be creative all the time. You can do polls, you can do geolocations, you can take selfies. If we press on the selfie stick, you can take a picture of yourself and moving around, and you can just put it on stuff that you think it's fun. And also if you swipe to the right you see the most used stickers that you have been using, and if you swipe to the left you see just some hats and some glasses and just fun things that you can use in your stories. What I want you to pay focus on is to actually do polls. Polls is a really good way to get people engaged. You can use emojis like a thumb up or a thumb down to make people like engage in your stories. You can write on top here, you can ask your question, or you can do a new text layer and just write whatever you want. If you want to add another color, or if you want to have it in another style, you can change the text style too. And you can resize it and do whatever you want with the text. So it's super fun to be creative with. So as I said, you can be creative with the text and just use a lot of different text layers. As Instagram recently launched, you can use new kind of styles on your text. And you can use backgrounds on some of these. You can have background colors on them. You can look if the little button up to the left is active, because that is going to tell you that you have the opportunity to use a background color. If you press on one of the colors, you can actually access more colors, and here you can walk your finger around and see what kind of color you want if you don't find it in the bottom on your Instagram story. And as I said, you can change the text style as you like just to press up in the middle. If you choose the text and just mark everything and you choose a color, you can get a lot of different colors, like have a range of colors on your photos. So if you highlight everything and use 2 fingers by pressing both the color and on the marked letters, you can drag it and change the color on the whole text, so you get a lot of different colors on the text. And you can resize it and do whatever you want with it if you want to have it in a certain way. A really cool technique to use if you want to use text is to press, you write the letter and then you press enter. And when you press enter, you get it like it writing the text down. And that is really cool to just also be creative with. You can change the colors like I just showed you. And you can move it around and you can see how you want to have it. Something that can be really good if you are a business or if you're a personal brand and have certain colors in your business and you have it in your picture. It's really cool to use the same colors as you have in the picture. And what you do then is when you're choosing colors on your text, you can choose the little pipette in the left corner and you can move the little color box around and choose the color that you actually want. Okay, so up to the right you have the AA symbol. This is the text sign. So here you open up the text format and you start typing whatever you like to have in your post. And up in the middle you now can change your text font, and you get the option down in the middle to open up the color box. If you press on the color box, you get the option up for different colors. And if you swipe on the picture to the left or to the right, you get different options on what kind of filter you want on your Instagram story. If I write a new text and I just do a dot, I can choose from different text types. I can have a background color. So what I'm using is the classic one, and I can press on the little A up to the left. And when I press on that, I can change it to transparent. So I choose a color and then I can drag it and do it bigger, because then I can do a custom filter if I don't find any filter that Instagram provides me with. Then I can use this and I can type something new, and I do with a space between, and I can lay it on top on the other color so it gets a little shadow-ish color in the background. This is a really cool technique to use when you are typing different stuff. Let's go over to the painting tool, and here on the left side you can change the size of the brush, and up on the top you can change what kind of brush you want. Play around with it and different sizes. So what I like to do is to choose a color in the bottom, like red, and I start typing the first letter, like a H. And then I type the last letters that I want to use in the word and just use like the same color or another color. So it says hey, but I have been writing the first letter of it. And I can choose, as I said, between different tools that the painting tool provides me. Let's go over to my favorite little feature inside Instagram stories is the stickers. It's beside the painting tool, and here you can choose place. And this is a really good hack. Like right now I'm in Västerås, Sweden. So what I'm doing, if you're pressing it, you can change the different layouts. But what I'm doing if I want to get some eyeballs on my stories is that I'm just shrinking it down so it disappears. But I actually can get the eyeballs from the geolocation story in my city. I will show you here how it looks like. Like here, I have over 700 people that had watched my story from Västerås. So this is really cool. And of course, I can also see the people that is following me, how many of them who have actually watched my story. This is actually a really good tool to actually get some eyeballs if you have a local store, or if you're an influencer that is known for a city, for instance, then you definitely want to do this little hack. If you have someone that you are following but you don't want to see their story popping up on the top of your home screen, you can actually scroll and find the person, and you can press on the person and you can inactivate their stories. But of course I'm not going to do this. This is the Instagram expert and she is awesome. Now we are inside my story again, and in here you actually probably don't know, but you can, if you press and you film and you drag your thumb up, you can actually zoom and don't have to use 2 fingers to zoom while you are filming with your other hand. If you have someone that you want to hide your stories from, you go up to, when you are inside your story, you go up to the left and you press on the little settings wheel. So here you can choose if you want to hide your stories from someone, and some other settings for your stories that you can choose from. If you swipe up and you accessing your camera roll, I'm often using my computer to edit my stories. So if you upload it through Dropbox or another like AirDrop and get it on your phone, you can access your camera roll from here. What I'm doing, that I'm creating it in Premiere Pro and I actually just upload it to my stories. If I press on stickers, Instagram have recently launched the GIF feature, and this is really fun to highlight things that you are writing or that you are doing. Like for instance, here I have my little heart that I'm using in this story. I'm, for instance, typing something. It just have been Valentine's Day. I can choose the same color that my heart is. So I can choose a little star and I can choose the color again and just paint something and do some little curves with the pen and just highlight my picture or my video. You can be really creative here and use different sizes of your tool. If you want to have a solid background, you choose a color with any pencil tool and you just hold on the picture and just press it until the whole screen turns the color you want. And here you can choose a lot of different colors, of course. You can also, what I like to do is to erase my pen tool. So if I want to highlight something beneath the color and just like do a frame, I can just erase and do something fun with this. I often using the spray pencil, and when I'm doing that, it's often when I'm traveling. I'm doing like a little tweak on it and I'm placing like a little plane, and when I'm placing the plane, I'm often like writing where I'm going in the world. Like for instance, I put the flight here and then I'm just typing the city or just next. I shrink it down and changing colors, or if I want any backgrounds or anything, and then I can just type the city I'm going to or the location I'm going to. This is really fun and a very creative way to actually let people know that you are traveling or you are going somewhere. If you want to get more reach, you can open your sticker tab and you can actually use hashtags too when you are posting. So either you can use the sticker hashtag, for instance, happy, and you can place it somewhere, or you can also shrink this down as I did with the geolocation, or I can just type in a text document or in a text layer. I can write several of these hashtags. You can use up to 11 in your stories, and I do the same here. I just shrink it down so it disappears, but I show up in these hashtags hubs. If I'm filming a little bit like this and I press on text and I'm doing a text layer, I can pin it wherever I want it. So for instance, if I want to have it on my little beer here, and to pin it, you just hold on your text or your little sticker and you get the option to pin it. And in the button below, you can go through your clip and you can paste it wherever you want on the little pin it button down to the right.
If you, as a content creator or a business owner or what a personal brand or whatever you are, you put a lot of effort to your stories and just don't want it to go away for 24 hours. Instagram last year, 2017, launched a new feature called Instagram Highlights. Instagram Highlights helps you, or it gives the ability for you to actually post it inside your profile and have it as an Instagram highlight. If you are interested how this works, I have a video about that and how you actually can customize your highlight pictures so it resonates with your brand and your profile on Instagram. So check that out if you want to know more about Instagram highlights and how you can actually customize that picture. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and make sure you hit the subscribe button so I can teach you and I can give you some more information about my tools and tactics to create more content on Instagram and all other platforms. So to the next week, take care, and I will see you in the next video. Ciao!